Juniper wood burned in a brazier near John Thoresby's chair. In his hand he held a ball of ambergris. The window to his small garden was closed, and this morning he had forgone the bath for which he yearned. He was determined to survive the pestilence and fulfil his oath to complete the Lady Chapel at York Minster. Thoresby was in London examining the deeds to his palace at Sherborne, so that he could ascertain whether he had the right to tear it down for its stones, with which he might complete the chapel. But this morning a missive had arrived that he must discuss with his nephew, Richard de Ravenser. It was well for Ravenser that he arrived at the prescribed time. Thoresby already felt impatient with his nephew. What was not so clever was Ravenser's choice of garb, a costly blue silk hoopland and bright green leggings. The silk would be ruined by the man's sweat, which Thoresby thought considerable. Remarkable that such a slender man could work up such a lather on the brief ride from Westminster. "You would rival the peacocks in any garden," Thoresby said. It was impossible to tell whether Ravenser blushed. He was already so red, sweaty, dressed like a peacock, and looking with every season more like Thoresby himself, though more pinched in the mouth and desperate round the eyes. "Your Grace," Ravenser bowed, "I came as quickly as I might." "No time to change into something more elegant?" A surprised look. "I confess I dressed whilst awaiting my steed and escort." Ravenser frowned down at his clothes. "A poor choice." "They tell me that you aspire to my position. Do they speak true, Richard?" Ravenser glanced at a chair. "May I?" "You are weary from your ride, of course." Thoresby watched his nephew smooth the back of his garment, flutter the sleeves so they might drape over the arms of the chair. His taste for finery was more suited to court than to chancery or the church. "Wine?" The Queen's receiver glanced up with a guileless smile. "That would be a great comfort." Thoresby guessed it was the quality of Ravenser's smile, so unexpected in a man of his status, that pleased the Queen. It made him seem an innocent in a world of ministers cynical from experience.